Let us solve the inequality mod of x cubed minus 2 times mod of x square minus 4 times mod x plus 3 is less than 0. So we want to solve this inequality. Let's call this inequality to be inequality 1. Now we know that mod of x square is same as mod of x whole thing square for any real number x. So let y equal to mod of x. So what can we say about inequality 1? So the inequality 1 can be written as, we simply replace mod x by y. So y cube minus 2 times y square, since mod of x square is equal to mod of x whole thing square, minus 4 times y plus 3 is less than 0. So we want to solve this inequality. Of course, y equal to mod x, that has to be greater than or equal to 0. Now, we observe that y equal to 3 is a root of the equation y cube minus 2y square minus 4y plus 3 equal to 0. That is, if I replace y by 3, if I replace y by 3, if I replace y by 3, then I get the equality. So let's subtract. When we subtract this equation from this, plus will change to minus, minus will change to plus, minus will change to plus, plus will change to minus. 3 and minus 3 will get cancelled. So we get y cube minus 3 cube minus 2 if I take common, y square minus 3 square minus 4 if I take common, I am left out with y minus 3 equal to 0. You see that I can take y minus 3 common. So we take y minus 3 common, and when we do so, we will be using formula that a cube minus b cube equal to a minus b into a square plus ab plus b square. Similarly, a square minus b square equal to a minus b, which is already taken common, and a plus b. Y minus 3 we take it common, so minus 4 left out. Okay, next. Y minus 3 we took it common. Let's simplify this expression. Y square plus 3y plus 9 minus 2y minus 6 minus 4 equal to 0 as it is. Y minus 3 we have taken common. Y square, 3 number of y minus 2 number of y, just 1 number of y. 9 minus 10 is minus 1 equal to 0. Okay, we can let's say factorize it, but we will not factorize it. We will just write it as something like y plus half whole thing square. But are we correct? No. Observe that y plus half whole thing square equal to y square plus 2 into y into half plus 1 by 4. Alright, y square plus y, it agrees, but 1 by 4 it doesn't, so I have to subtract 1 by 4. Now it agrees. This expression inside the curly bracket is same as this. Next, again y minus 3 copy as it is, y plus half whole thing square, and this one can be written as minus of 5 by 4 equal to 0 as it is. So you see that we are able to factorize the expression y cube minus 2y square minus 4y plus 3. Let's call this as inequality 2. So we can write inequality 2 as, left hand side is exactly this expression, so y minus 3 into y plus half whole thing square minus 5 by 4 is less than 0. So we just want this, whereby y equal to mod x. Now let us look at the consideration case y is greater than 3. If y is greater than 3, then y plus half whole thing square must be less than 5 by 4. Is that possible? But if, okay. So y has to be either greater than 3 or less than 3. What if y is greater than 3? If y is greater than 3, then y plus half whole thing square is greater than 3.5. 3.5 whole thing square and minus 5 by 4. That is will be positive quantity, comma y plus half whole thing square minus 5 by 4 is clearly greater than 0. Therefore, inequality 2 is not true. Therefore, so we see that if y is greater than 3, then inequality 2 is not true for y greater than 3. What about if y is less than 3? If y is less than 3, this quantity is negative. So I must make it this positive so that product is less than 0, comma, we must have, if y were less than 3, so y minus 3 is negative, so this expression has to be positive. So in this case it follows that y plus half whole thing square minus 5 by 4 is greater than 0. So y plus half is either greater than root 5 by 2 or y plus half is less than minus root 5 by 2. Let's take half to the other side, that is either y is greater than root 5 minus 1 by 2 or y is less than minus root 5 minus 1 by 2. But we have taken y equal to mod x, that is greater than or equal to 0, and here in this case y is less than minus root 5 minus 1 by 2. That's not possible. Therefore the only choice is y is greater than root 5 minus 1 by 2 and less than 3. And we see y equal to mod x, right? Therefore root 5 minus 1 by 2 is less than mod x, and that's less than 3. Therefore x is either greater than root 5 minus 1 by 2 less than 3 if it is positive. What if it were negative? Or x is greater than minus 3 and less than minus of root 5 minus 1 by 2. Therefore x belongs to the interval root 5 minus 1 by 2 comma 3 union minus 3 comma 1 minus root 5 by 2. So we have solved the inequality.